defender stop him in the open floor. And a nice little step around.
They're decent defensively.
Still waiting on Jeremy Grant and Kelly Olynyk.
They had Amadou Diallo step in for him.
Kuminga with the three, and we've just seen Jonathan's three. He has such great size for a guy who handles and initiates the offense. Wiggins, and that was a find from Clay.
Not a weak man. We know how strong Kuminga is. He just took that from him.
Wiggins had to change his shot. Clay saved the turnover there. Wiggins an open three. The best three-point shooting year of his career.
What does a young team mean? They're going to be wildly inconsistent. Yep. That's been the case. But their good efforts are really good.
That's a nice drive and finish by Diallo and Kuminga. Diallo's in year 4, 45th pick in 2018. Originally was like that?
I never did, and I'm happy I did because I would have been so uncomfortable.
The most famous face mask in Detroit history, Rip Hamilton. He wore it even after his nose healed.
He was so good with it.
Wiggins is NATO at him. Now, Kuminga can't reach here with the 2 fouls. Cunningham bottoms at 3. And if you watched him early in the year, he will be doing to help the young guys. And free throws down.
Pretty soon here, he's going to get his hand on a basketball.
And he's guarding Cunningham.
Perfect.
Stewart inside and able to finish there, and nickname ever, Beef Stew.
And they get creative with him. I do like that nickname. I like Beef Stew as well. But Cade Cunningham set that ball screen like Steph does for Kuminga at times.
And Thompson with the 3. The thing with Steph that people have to remember, he has the best plus-minus of any player to
deal with because Cade Cunningham is the only one that can bother that. The big man is not close enough to that screen.
And he was late and fouled him, and Clay got to the line on that play. And Looney, you know, just like Draymond, those little body screens went on the handoffs, they've been doing that for years.
And when Draymond gets it like that, he springs into action too.
Hayden turn in the corner. Runner trying to tip it. Looney with the rebound. Then Kavan eventually tied up, and it'll be a jump ball.
Kavan has just been doing so much work.
Would it shock you in January if I told you he has the second most offensive rebounds of any player in the league?
Not at all. He's got a nose for the ball. He sniffs it out.
So Jakob Poeltl, the most offensive rebounds in January. Kevon Looney, number 2.
Oh, what he lacks in size, he makes up for in effort. And smarts. Let's see who can win this jump ball. You'd love to go somewhere in there if you win.
That toss was completely sideways.
Warriors basketball.
You can have, I think, a violation or a retoss. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're going to give the Warriors the ball side out of bounds. Dwayne Casey's kind of saying, that toss was totally sideways. What was going on here?
Just remember, the officials are human. They're not robots.
Oh, hey, you talk to the officials, the toss straight up is hard.
That's the toughest thing.
That's the toughest thing. Steph Curry, little underhand flip, just off iron. The veteran, solid backup Corey Joseph coming off a 21-point game. Checking in. Cade Cunningham had hit 1-3. His shot looks good.
It does. He's still in the 30s when it comes to his shooting percentage, but again, he had that rough start. Lately, he's been shooting it much better. From three-point range, I mean.
So GP2 becomes the post feeder. And Steph Curry, his shot always looks good. Cracks in the 3.
Same type of thing with that split action. The screener's defender, Isaiah Stewart, just isn't close enough.
Diallo a little long, and you highlighted Porter's rebounding at the top of the telecast. I think Otto has been such a good pickup. GP2, little big man scoring inside.
The patience though, the pump fake. He's got so much power. Not just in his lower body, his upper body too.
Yeah, he had the back spasms that kept him out a couple games on the trip. Runner off iron, and Looney tracking it down.
It's so important to have GP2 back, especially with Draymond out. Defensively, he's an impactful player.
Right idea to get it to Wiggins, didn't catch it cleanly. And Steph another 3.
Same thing. They may have to talk about that. Dwayne Casey, man, to talk about the way they're guarding those handoffs, because Isaiah Stewart just you got to make sure you play without fouling. They will put pressure on your defense. Multiple guys can handle the ball off pick and roll and score out of pick and roll.
So Trey Lyles and Josh Jackson have checked in. Joseph had a good look at it, but Porter with the rebound.
That's well done. You're thinking about clogging up the paint with this team because they don't shoot the three ball well overall.
Now that's the biggest issue with Detroit is their field goal percentage and three-point percentage. They're at the bottom, and Wiggins right down the lane.
That's just game. Hard drive to the right and then counter move. That's why I always talk about your counters. A lot of players in this league can guard your first move. Can they guard that second one, though?
Dave Cunningham. Nice feed inside. That was beautifully done, and Josh Jackson read the play as Cunningham. This is why you like him at 6'6", doing everything.
This is why I talk about that awareness on the weak side. Are you seeing man and ball? Can't just focus on the drive. They'll cut on you.
There's another Steph screen. Wiggins rewarding him. Curry to GP2. Little tic-tac-toe. That was nicely done.
That's so good. Because Steph set the screen, then got a flare screen. They just made it way too hard on them to stay with everybody. Too much movement, too much screening.
Trey Lyles missing that three. Payton with the rebound. Steph was kind of directing traffic. Get it to Looney. Get into the weave. Porter down the lane. And Otto Porter sent away by Lyles, but there's Looney with another offensive rebound. And Wiggins missing that three.